This Saturday, Georgia plays Missouri at Georgia. It in what is going to be a dog fight, literally a dog fight. Okay, go ahead and let you know. I've seen a few people say that Missouri is not that good. Missouri is very good. All right. Missouri is very good. They have one of the best offenses in the nation. Their quarterback, I want to say, has the most yards in the SEC. I may be wrong. Calm down. And I think their running back is second or third in the SEC as well. They are one of the most balanced teams in the SEC, right behind Georgia. And I know people say, "Oh yeah, but you can't beat Georgia at their own game." I've seen games. I've been watching a lot lately. I've seen games where Missouri has beaten people off of strictly the pass. They don't just have Luther Burden. They've got a few receivers, and they're good. And the thing that strikes me the most about Missouri that I don't think people fully get, their yards after catch. Not many teams have yards after catch, yaks, okay? Missouri has that, all right? Georgia has that. Georgia is really, really big on that, especially if you've seen Georgia play lately. A lot of their receivers get yards after catch, not just Brock Bowers, not just Lad McConkey. Anyways, so this is what we'll start out with. Georgia comes into this game averaging a little over 40 points a game. It's like 40.2, 40.3, whatever. That's nice. It's really nice if you're Georgia. Okay, flip side. Georgia's defense has the best third down conversion or third down stoppage rate in the nation. They're number one in stopping offenses on third down. Now, a lot of that is what from KIRBY says of, hey, we got to make sure that we get them in third and long. If they're in third and short, it makes it really hard. And I want to say he said the other day, like, if they're in fourth and short, it's the same thing. Doesn't matter if you stop them on third down and then it's 4th and 1 and they go for it on 4th and 1 and they get the first down. So he's like, stats can be misleading, but overall, if you're a college football fan, you know about 70 to 80% of stats really do matter. It does match up. The same way that if a team has a bunch of 5 stars, doesn't mean they're going to be the best team in the nation, but a team full of 5 stars going against a team full of 1 stars, 99% of the time is going to win. Like, there might be a little bit of parity. So, and all I'm saying is Georgia the last 2 years has had a dominant defense, such a dominant defense. And now going into this year, we're so focused on the offense because of how they're dominating. We're not realizing that this defense has an identity of its own. It might not be last year's defense or the year before, but it's better than anybody else's defense in college football. I don't care what people say. Oh, Michigan's got a good defense. Ohio State's got a D. Penn State's got a. No, stop. Like, I mean, literally, I'm seeing these categories, and it's like, yes, they're in the top 10 or top 5. Georgia's leading in a lot of those categories, and we don't have last year's defense. So, and the whole deal about getting healthy. If you guys saw that video in the past, we just got Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins back. We just got Marvin Jones back. And we got Jalen Walker back. And all 3 of those guys made a huge impact in the Florida game. If you saw the game, you saw that we had more sacks in that Florida game than we almost have had all year. So good job to them. Shout out to those guys. But Missouri, this is the part about Missouri that scares me, okay? This does. Georgia averages 330 yards a game passing, which is good. It's really good, especially when you add the 150 to 170 that we're getting on the ground, which is good too. Balanced offense. Missouri, though, they come into this game. Right here it says averaging 305 yards passing a game. And I was like, wait, but I feel like they pass the ball more, right? They're rushing 150 yards per game. But a lot of those rushing yards are coming from their quarterback. If you go and you see his rushing yards, he doesn't have a whole lot, because if you don't know, guys, when a quarterback gets sacked, that counts against his rushing yards. So he could have 12 yards rushing on the day, but if he got sacked 3 times, you're taking off 8 yards from that first sack, or 7 yards. So he may have had 50 to 60, but you're taking it off. Their quarterback's mobile. And that's what you've seen in the past. Like Alabama and Georgia have struggled with mobile quarterbacks. This year, we seem to have a different approach. We seem to not want to rush the quarterback as much. Not saying that, oh, we could if we wanted to. We seem to be more in a contained type role and forcing him to have to throw the ball, or whoever to throw the ball. If you guys saw when we played against Joe Burrow a few years ago, we tried getting after the quarterback, and that man embarrassed us. All right, kind of the same thing with Jalen Hurts a couple of years. Yeah. All right, cool. Anyways, but Missouri comes into this game trying to win the East. Right, this game is up for grabs. The East is up for grabs, and I know there people are like, oh yeah, but the season's not over. No. These are the two best teams in the SEC. They are. I mean, not saying a team couldn't lose, but I'm just saying this right here. That's why this game is so important. And me as a Georgia fan, they have us as a 15.5-point favorite. I feel Kirby, off of what happened last year, based off what happened last year, Kirby is going to try to destroy Missouri. He's tried to make a statement the last couple of games. He did it with Kentucky. Against Vanderbilt, we were able to beat them. He made a statement against Florida. I think he's going to try to make a statement against Missouri, just because I think this is that part of the season where you got to get hot, you got to get going. You got Ole Miss, Tennessee coming up afterwards. Like, this is the time to get rolling, especially if you're trying to prove to everybody you are who you are. So, anyways, that's it. You guys tell me what you think in the comments, and we'll leave it at that. Peace.